Do you prefer playing acoustic or electric?
I love them both. I love them both equally. I will always do both. They're two different things that I enjoy immensely. And they're just two different, just two different colors of paint.
Yeah.
And that's it. And they both definitely, sometimes they're painting the same sort of picture, but they're just different things. And and they're not exclusive of each other either. Like sometimes, in longer sets, I'll break out. I'll do these solo acoustic set in the middle of a band set, or I'll do a couple solo tunes, let the band take a break, and then they come back on, and that's So I love doing that. Being able to to just rise and sort of ebb and flow the show, and I enjoy that most of all.
Our direction. How does someone from Ohio end up in Nashville?
Well, it was a conscious move. Nashville was I was beginning to tour more and more, and was really I was up against keeping consistent band members and side guys to tour who do that, and realize that most of the guys, when somebody would quit or when I would have to I would get recommended to people who lived in Nashville and things like that, or when we would start a tour, we would start it in Nashville so we could get there and rehearse, and if somebody wasn't working out, we could get somebody else, and we played a club called The Basement, which still plays, one of my favorite places, and Mike Grimes, the owner, was a firm supporter of our band and booked us and put us on good bills, and I just thought, man, this is, if someone is reaching out to us like that, this is probably the place I need to be. So I had just moved my wife up to Ohio. My now wife, we were boyfriend and girlfriend then, and moved her up to Ohio, and she was there a year. And then we moved. I said, well, the band isn't working out here. I need to go where things are going. And she's from Arkansas originally, and she's like, good. I hate the snow. So she had, she'd never grown up with, we had one of the coldest winters we've ever had, with so much snow in like 2008 or 2009. And I said, good, I love the South. And I said, well, I think we're going to move to Nashville. And she has since become, really kind of been successful there. But, she's always a very, very hardworking person. So there was no doubt that she was going to do fine. And Nashville was, was the right place. It's a touring hub. It's within 1 day's drive, you can, or 1 day of traveling from Nashville, you can reach 75% of the American population.
It's a good place to be.
It's the perfect touring hub. Plus, all the industry is moving there. They're consolidating there, and it's become a very wonderful. And it's a nice city. It has all the advantages of a major city, with an absolute minimum of the disadvantages. The traffic still isn't that bad. There's nice. There's still good food. You can still get around town. It's not too expensive. It's getting more expensive, as more people live there. But it's still reasonable and affordable, and there's still, interesting people, musicians that are, that they're all moving there to pursue their dreams, to be around that energy of people who are focused on accomplishing something is a very, very inspiring thing to see, and that's so I've always, I've always wanted that, whether I knew it or not. And I really feel at home in Nashville. I really feel like that's the place where I'm supposed to be. As much as I miss home, and so the home is such, Ohio is such a part of me, and my parents are there, and my brother lives there, and a good deal of my family. It's always going to be home, and you always miss it. But Nashville is definitely it for me. If you're a musician and you really want to accomplish something, Nashville is probably where you should be. Here in 2014. 10 years ago, it might have been New York, Austin, or LA, or something like that, but Nashville's the place. It's the best music scene in the world right now. That could change. I don't know.
It probably will.
It probably will.
Yeah.